there, Latin 2. So here we are on review 7J. I'm going to give you the translation. So the first thing I want you to do is go translate it. I will wait. All right, you're back. You've translated it. So I will give you the translation, and then I will give you homework to do or assignments to do afterwards, okay? When you do this translation, you obviously have to answer the questions, okay? Full Latin sentences. So let's see. Many stories are told about Orpheus, who had been taught by the Muses to play the lyre. In the picture, in the dining room of Cornelius, located on the picture in the dining room of Cornelius, Orpheus is going down into the underworld. Why? He goes down because the wife of him, Eurydice, having died, or dead Eurydice, had been snatched, or having been snatched. I'm sorry. The wife of him, Eurydice, having been snatched by death, was already being held by Pluto under the earth. Crushed by grief, Orpheus decided to approach Pluto and to seek his wife from him being Pluto. Let's see. The door of the kingdom of Pluto was being guarded by Cerberus, by a ferocious dog who was having 3 heads. Orpheus, because Cerberus always was hungry, threw down scraps of food to him, or toward him, and while the food was being snatched up by Cerberus, he entered into the kingdom, he being Orpheus. Orpheus went through the shadows for a long time, and diligently or carefully he was seeking his wife. At last, Pluto, moved by the sadness of him, which this is total whitewashing. This is not how it went. It was Persephone who actually did it, because technically Persephone is the goddess of the dead. And she understands what it's like to be separated from those you love for 6 months at a time. So she took pity and she made Pluto actually step up. I hate how they left her out of this, but whatever. It is allowed for you, he said, to lead your wife, or to lead your wife back, but with this condition. Eurydice will go out to the light following you. You are forbidden. You will be forbidden to look back to her. If you will look back, she will be snatched back, and never again will she be sent to the living. Soon Eurydice was being led out of the shadows, which, again, interesting. She has no agency here. To be fair, she's a spirit, so maybe. Then, following Orpheus to the light, slowly she was climbing up. Orpheus, although he very much was desiring to look or to see his wife, he was climbing up and not looking back. Now, or already, they were almost arriving at the light when Orpheus was overcome by love. He looked back. Eurydice, having been called back to Pluto, or having been called back, was dragged back to Pluto, and not ever, returned? Yeah, not ever returned to the light. That's probably the best way. All right, so, or given back to the light. So there you go. That is the translation. Go ahead and do the questions on there. And then I want you to go ahead and do review 7K, okay, which is on the next page. Should be pretty easy. Just translate the following groups of words. Maybe I should have made you do that first. But do 7K. Obviously write out the prompt. Then do 7C and D. Okay, now this is very important because I want you to combine these so you don't have to do a ton of work. So Aurelia glires in this tabernā emit. This tabernā, okay, but then 7D says they want you to do all those sentences again with quādam, quādam, ipsā, ipsum, and eādem, eādem. I want you to do 4 slashes. VIIk, quādam, quādam, ipsā, ipsum, eādem, eādem. So Aurelia glires in hoc tabernā, macron over the A, quādam tabernā, ipsā tabernā, macron, eādem tabernā, macron. Then translate it with all those slashes. So Aurelia bought dormice in this, in some, in itself, and in the same shop. Okay? The one that'll give you a little bit of trouble is the itself, because it usually comes after the noun, but you know what? It's okay. I will get it. But I want to see all 4. This, a certain, in a certain, probably word work there, a certain or some, himself or itself, and the same. All 4 slashes. I want to see them in Latin and in English, and I want to see them with macrons and stuff, okay? So that is C and D. Then I want you to do B, okay? And you're just going to fill in the proper form of is-ea-id, right? And they give you a word in italics, so your is-ea-id must match that italics in number, case, and gender, right? So Audivistine, iocum, Pseudoli. Well, you're going to refer to it, right? Because iocum, so iocus is masculine, singular accusative there. Well, you know it's going to be masculine and accusative, and then in this next sentence, something non audivi, so it will be accusative because it's direct object. So non audivi, and then translate it. Did you hear that joke of Pseudolus? I did not hear it. Okay, so that is B. So do them all in that order. Please turn in to me all of your work minus the translation. Go ahead and turn in to me the questions though, and that way I can give you your feedback. All right? Okay, I'm gonna hit the button.